Sir?
Good evening, all. Welcome to the December 5th, 2023 ARB meeting. We have one board member that's absent tonight. If anybody does not want to be heard, so we have a full board, you have to tell us before we hear your application. Anybody that does not want to be heard? Anybody wants to be heard? Okay. All right, we're going to start with 7 Happy Lane, see if we can get that done. This is for a 2-story, single-family dwelling, 6 bedrooms, 5 bath, over a finished basement with an egress well, attached 2-car garage, gas fireplace, roofed over entry porch, in-ground swimming pool with a patio at grade and an enclosure fence, driveway, and landscaping. Good evening. Good.
Ian Petro, attorney for applicant, with offices at 200 Robbins Lane, Suite D1, Jericho, New York. Okay, so like I said, we're here for 7 Happy Lane. I'll have the presentation that I prepared, so one through, sorry, down.
Give a little bit of background as to the old application.
So yeah, it was gonna be one of our models, previously. We didn't begin construction on that, and then they had a purchaser that wanted to buy this lot, and this is the house that they chose. So we threw that application on that lot, and now we have the new one, this new model. So the last one was a C model, and now this is a B model.
Landscaping plan as before?
It's gonna be a little different. There should be one in there, we can go.
Okay.
If it was the same, it still has, okay. Okay,
Start with the roof. They're gonna be Tamco architectural shingles or equivalent. They'll be black walnut. Siding will be a combination of the hardy plank, the 5-inch hardy plank and born and batten. They'll both be pearl gray or equivalent. The exterior trim is going to be PVC or equivalent white. The front columns will be square, and they will also be white. The windows are going to be Anderson 400 series casement with super white glass equivalent. The front door will be a 36-inch door with a 4-light panel, and then a bottom panel with one side light that has 2 lights, and a bottom panel will also be black. Patio door, the rear patio door will be an Anderson single sliding French door with solid glass panel that will also be black. The rear door for the garage will also be a black door, and then the garage doors themselves will be American Citizens series that will also be black. There'll be the porch ceiling will be a white PVC Aztec beadboard or equivalent. The soffits will be white PVC AZAC center match or equivalent. The patios, the walkways are from bluestone porcelain or equivalent. A porch, front step and rear step will be poured concrete with bluestone as a base and gray stucco door risers and stringers with a black iron railing to code if required. And then each door will have one single sconce that's wrapped with clear glass. Questions?
questions on the house itself?
No. Oh,
So the presentation
Yep.
has full elevations plus a image of all the sample materials that I just called out.
Right. Go ahead.
On the ornamental aluminum picket fence. What is that? Is that on the pool?
That will be just along the front. the two entrances on the front will be the picket fence, and then around will be a chain.
So from the house to the property line. Okay.
And the equipment for the pool?
It's not side if you're looking, on the window.
Left side from the street.
This is it, right here? There it is. I thought that's what it was.
You have shrubbery going around.
Okay. Pardon me.
And I do have I don't know if you care to see, this is an updated version of the background, if you have a little closer, of what we've already approved, and then I did add this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
here, so. you can see the difference.
Actually, that's one of my, because I was just thinking about, thank you.
Is that 10? Did I count 10 or 12? I didn't count.
2, 4.
Yeah, I do, I
10.
can send.
Yeah, 10.
Sure.
Okay, just curious.
Good.
Really kept them very different.
Anybody?
Nicely done.
Questions? No? Can we get a motion to approve this application?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye. Good luck.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good luck.
Have a good holiday if we don't see you.
Have a nice holiday. And a happy holiday.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you have a pen.
I got 2.
So organized over here.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Okay, next we have Landmark Realty Corp., AKA Starbucks, 193, 195 Mill Road. The proposed construction is for a one-story building, 2,345 square feet for a 30-seat coffee shop with associated site improvements upon 2 parcels totaling 18,404 square feet in the HC zoning district. Good evening.
Good evening.
We can get your name?
Sure, my name is David Delladonna, Delle.
David, I have David first. Next,
Delladonna, Delle, capital Donne. I'm an architect with the firm Deep Partnership. We're in Parsippany, New Jersey.
and you,
I'm a member of the ownership, Landmark Mill LLC. My name is Jordan.
what is it?
Jordan Leibowitz, Liebowitz.
Any relation to Jeff Leibowitz?
Would that be a good thing if I was?
I was in the army with him, so we had a good time.
First thing here.
Tell us about the application.
Just as a point.
You putting in a McDonald's? You doing a McDonald's? Okay.
Just as a point of clarification, I'm not sure how it translated. We've been at the planning board for 2 meetings and 2 informal meetings. They brought us to you guys. And how something got translated, I don't know what happened. The actual LLC is Landmark Mill LLC. It's not Landmark Realty. That matters at this point.
So,
Landmark Mill,
Mill.
MILL. LLC.
Not
okay,
really.
cool.
Land use attorney reached out to somebody, to try to clarify that, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
It's on the checklist. Yeah. Just FYI, but it is, I've seen it twice, 2
It's
different ones.
listed as 30 seats. We're only proposing 16. And
The planner, the tax.
Plan, we wanted to go for 30, but we only.
Well, we only wanted to do 16 because 16 is the limit per the
Health
Department of
department.
Health.
Health
But the
department.
town planner wanted us to see, or wanted to see if we could put a little bit some more seats in. But we're not gonna be able to. They're just gonna have, Starbucks is just gonna have to go for a seasonal permit. Just like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, make it.
So it is 60, we'll only have.
essentially, the application is for a new Starbucks, a brand new building. It's actually on property directly across the street on Mill Road. Up the room, and you see that everybody has packets. And so here, if anybody doesn't have any, I have one. Packets were prepared by my office and by the office of WFC Architects out of Setauket. And essentially, you have a floor plan in front of you. You have a sheet with 4 elevations. Then you have 2 sheets of renderings. And 1 sheet of adjacent photos of properties in the area that we thought not only complemented or picked up features on, but maybe we didn't pick up features. We didn't want to pick up features because some of the buildings certainly didn't fit the character of what we're trying to get. In terms of the building itself, it's a 1-story building. It does have residential character to it. We did go through the planning board did make some comments to that. Those comments were picked up and have been incorporated by the architect's design. Starbucks has, agreed to all the design that you're seeing in front of you.
What were the comments?
The comments had to do with some of the materials. Comments had to do with the height of the ridge line. The ridge line has been lowered to 22 feet. I think it was upwards of 24 or 25 feet originally. It is a 1-story building. Internal ceiling will be 10 feet, which is essentially where the plate was established. So you're gonna have a plate height of 10, and you're gonna have a ridge line of 22. The ridge line does.
22.
22 feet, yes, sir. The ridge line does allow for that high roof line. It gives it a residential character, much like your description in the HC zone. Separated.
HC.
Where it talks about residential appearances, including roof pitch, design and materials, front entry, window sizes, and placements and orientations. So along with the roof lines, we've got some gable features. The entrances are highlighted by the gable feature facing front elevation, which is the Mill Road elevation. Again, the planning board didn't really comment to orientation and how it was sitting on the property, so that has been adjusted. They didn't comment to landscaping, that has been all adjusted, so everything you see in terms of the packet are all based upon 2 meetings with the planning board. And now we're looking to you guys for that approval, and then we'll end up going back to the planning board. The elevations you can see have a mix of a stone base, just as a material board. I brought this along and I'll pass it. Some of the colors will change slightly depending upon manufacturers, because they never come out with the exact color, but that's the range of coloring you're gonna see. You're gonna see 2 types of siding. You're gonna see white composite trim, you're gonna see metal awnings, and you're gonna see wood shingle. In addition, you're gonna see a stone base, which is pretty traditional for a single-story residence or even multi-story building. To have a base to it, to have a body to it, to have essentially a cap. In the base, you're gonna have that stone. Within the body, you're gonna have residential style windows. Those windows would be highlighted by the metal awnings that would be over them. The metal awnings would be over the windows as well as the doors. One of the features of the architecture would be those awnings that carry around all 4 sides. The front elevation would have taller windows. The back elevation facing the parking lot are gonna have the upper transom windows. That's because the back of house for Starbucks is at the back elevation. So if the full height windows were in the
Here you
back, they covered anyway because of all the equipment in the back.
I'll take this
Take that back.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
so I can see you. Thank you.
What else? Again, the doors, there would be a main entrance, a secondary entrance off of the east elevation. There would be the other, man door entrance, which essentially is a back of house entrance for service, would be on the parking lot side. And then the rear elevation, which faces the parking lot, the full parking lot, would have that gable feature, which is similar to the front elevation. And on that gable feature, Starbucks typically does a mural of some type, kind of an artsy thing they do in every store, both internally and sometimes externally.
Discuss that with the building inspector?
So
Have you discussed that mural with the building
we
inspector?
have not gone that far yet.
Yeah, you may want to check that, because as far as I know, murals are not permitted.
Okay.
That's something you want to check. Do you know, Chris?
Yeah.
Chris,
I
do you know anything?
I don't know that, I don't know if that's the case. But I don't know how many murals are down here, so. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there is a spot on the rear elevation, if you flip to that last rendering.
On the parking lot?
On the
Parking.
right side, there's a
South.
rectangle. That's typically what I would say would be a mural spot or an artistic spot for Starbucks. If that's something that can't be allowed, I'm sure they would fill it with some
Just
similar
check,
siding.
check on that about murals.
By the building, then you get to the gutter lines. The gutter lines are mixed in terms of the side elevation and lawn elevations. That way there's some character and stuff in the roof lines. The tops would be capped with the composite trims, the white composite trims, the gables would have the trims on the sides. And then each of the roof lines would have some triangular dormers. Much of those dormers, or some of those dormers, would have some venting in it, because most likely we'll have the mechanical systems in the attic space, that space above the ceiling. So we would look for those areas to be for mechanical. And essentially, like I said. the
Is there
main-
metal on those canopies there?
I'm sorry?
Is there metal on this? Metal on these,
On the dormers?
on the dormers?
The face of the dormers, the fascia would have that composite trim. The interior face of them would have the siding material. Or the metal louver awnings, the metal louvers. For the vent.
Inside, I think,
On the
Mike is
dormer
talking
itself, on the roof part of it, is that got metal on it, or is that just
I
shingle?
believe those are just indicated as,
they show metal in this drawing.
oh, yes, they do. So, yeah, the The main roof lines are gonna be the asphalt shingles, but those dormers appear to have the metal roofing. So that metal roofing would match the metal roofing, that's the metal awnings over the windows and doors.
We just asked you, would you consider instead of the metal awnings, doing fabric awning? Just asking the question.
It's a lot of metal.
We'd have to confirm that with Starbucks. Yeah, I mean, we could take that up to the Starbucks and see what they would do. But we thought as a matter of stability and maintenance and so forth, the metal would be more secure. And that's one of the reasons why it was selected. We do fabric awnings and vinyl awnings and spots, but sometimes the sun will beat on it and the color starts to change.
Yeah, no, I know that. I just meant for the look.
Again, we could take it to the Starbucks if that's
Okay.
a request.
I was concerned about the maintenance of them as well.
Yeah.
Ripped and get fixed for 2 months and then.
Yeah, the birds flying on
Yeah,
them.
that's, yeah.
They rip.
Fly on the metal too. White is white.
So I think that characterizes the building. Like I said, the ridge line has been lowered based upon prior planning. Some of the features of building have been shifted around based upon planning with time, but we're essentially here presenting the architecture.
What were the comments on the landscaping?
The landscaping had to do with the quantity and I think some location. There is a landscaping plan in
Yeah.
your packet.
Yeah.
Has that changed or is that?
So it had, the one you see is the current one. So essentially what my understanding is the comments they made had to do with the school street entrance and adding landscape along the rear elevation.
The chairman of the board, of the planning board, wanted to see a little bit of a spruced up entrance landscaping for the municipal buildings.
I just asked you to come up to the microphone.
So the municipal building, when you look out and you look at the proposed Starbucks, they just wanted it a little spruced up, which we represented on the landscaping plan.
So this represents that.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, and
Against the residential street right there, so it doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
So basically,
Yeah,
if you look out.
exactly. Yeah, so it's not like.
Yeah.
The street's looking at the back of a building.
More jazzed up with the landscaping.
Cause there's like cypress or something.
Yeah,
Old.
Exactly,
kind of-
so we're gonna, and the plan is to plant a little bit, more of a mature type of tree and bush.
The dumpster is in the southwest corner. Fenced.
Fence. So out there. That's the fabric awnings. I do believe that Starbucks is gonna want the metal awnings just from a maintenance standpoint and a security standpoint.
Did you get a landscape? plan? I didn't. You happen to have another landscape?
There you go.
Yeah.
You have one, and how many do you have?
We have extra.
Yeah.
This way, cause this is. As you're facing the building, right?
This,
Yeah. I got it.
we got it.
I never thought of School Street as the real street here. I always thought just more of the entrance to the village hall.
So,
Trying to figure out right
yeah,
here.
the town engineer, we had a write-in only, with straight parking into the building, but the town engineer asked us to create a site plan, with angled parking, with a right-in on School Street and only a right out on Mill.
Right.
Okay, so you have to come in on School Street to
So
get
you
here.
have to come in on School Street.
Oh, okay.
There's no, you cannot come in on Mill, and that was per the town engineer's request, which the planning board decided.
Right, because of the circle too.
Perfect.
For the circle, you're really not, you
Right.
know, for Starbucks, they're still getting all access points. You could still make all of your access points and go in any directions because of the circle. But the town engineer wanted us to angle parking, to limit the accidents, and also limit the traffic on Mill if people are trying to get in.
And no drive-through.
No drive-through.
Drive.
The special Starbucks.
Yeah, this is
Unless-
special.
unless they-
eh?
unless you go
It
to the
is.
Sandwich,
I doubt it.
it's a cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing I look for. So
Yeah, we all.
first thing I was gonna deny you.
Yeah.
So that's why you have the right in, well, right in today.
And signage, I'm assuming that you're proposing Starbucks on the circle side.
Yeah, it's gonna be your basic signage that is, for, for ordinance.
Sides wise.
That's lit up?
And once again, whatever's permitted for signage ordinance, is what Starbucks is
There
gonna.
are essentially, if you look at the elevations.
From the
there are
top
goose-
down,
There are
right?
gooseneck lighting above all the signs.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's the only sign. There's not a sign on the property,
There's
right?
The circle,
Right.
the circle sign on the gable, and then there's the Starbucks sign.
Yeah.
Side.
Oh, the spelling of Starbucks. Right, okay.
There's the mermaid disc and then the.
Right.
Any other questions, anyone?
Now we're back to the middle.
Back to the mill.
And it's brown. It's just that it's middle.
Is the metal a matte finish?
Can you have a sample?
Yeah, there's a sample there.
There is a sample that I brought, whether it's truly a matte, it's not a high gloss. I don't know if
Can we say it's matte?
that- We can call it matte.
Okay.
There are- I have to check if there's different levels of finishes within the material. I would say it's
When we
more
do-
matte than it is of a gloss, like you, when you have a high gloss for like a door or metal frame in a building versus a sheen, a dull sheen on a ceiling finish or something like that. So I would say it's more on the matte side.
We've hidden more in Jordan. Okay. Anything else, anyone?
So all the trim components are of like a hard board. There's no like metal wrapping or anything
No,
like
we
that.
would do
The
that.
soffits are all solid material.
Back material, something
Okay.
that would stand, a composite,
Yeah,
you know, we're not gonna.
a
put
trim
natural-
board,
Yeah, a trim board. It's not gonna be a natural material that you're gonna have to paint every 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
or anything like that.
but we're not going to be throwing vinyl soffits on there and coil aluminum. So, okay.
Trim pieces and the James Hardy siding that would be selected would be the fiber cement
Yep.
composites and so.
And the columns as well. What are they made out of?
Same thing,
Same
they'll be wrapped, most likely there'll be a structural post with some kind of framing within it, pressure treated and then wrapped with composite.
Okay.
Have a card?
Good question.
What about you, Jordan?
I don't have a card.
So we're going with Landmark Mill LLC.
Landmark Mill LLC. Correct. I'll tell my Uncle Jeff that
Yes.
you're easy.
Big man does.
You want one, sir?
No, I was gonna reach out and get it.
You get it.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming. Have a good holiday. I'll be writing up a referral to the planning board.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand how it works.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, this was a referral from the planning board.
Okay.
So we write up a referral and then we just go back to the planning board January 11th.
Are you January? Is that
No,
what you're
Yeah, the
doing?
next meeting is January 11th. I think the next meeting is
14th.
the 14th, but I don't think they're gonna be able to.
Okay. All right, gives me time.
I believe, so I think January.
Okay. Thanks again. Have a good
Thank you.
holiday.
Okay,
Good luck.
thank you.
Can we get a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion.
I'll
We have a
second it.
Okay.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.